Today we're answering one simple question. What makes mashed potatoes so fluffy? I tested several different recipes, and what I found out is that it comes down to a 4-step process. What kind of potatoes you use, how you cook them, how you mash them, and how you mix it all together. So let me show you how to make the fluffiest mashed potatoes. The kind of potato you use matters. You want a high starch potato because the starch absorbs moisture and creates that light fluffy texture that we're after. I'm using about 3 pounds of russet potatoes. How you cook the potatoes matters. Instead of boiling them like what most recipes call for, we're actually gonna bake them in the oven. Cover your potatoes in olive oil and salt, pierce them with a fork, and bake them in the oven at 425 degrees for 60 minutes. We're doing this because baking avoids any added moisture you get from boiling, which means a drier potato can't absorb the moisture from the butter and cream we'll add later on. Mashing is the most important step to mashed potatoes. Duh. We want as much air as possible in the mashed potatoes to make them as fluffy as we can. So instead of mashing them, we're actually gonna push the potatoes through a potato ricer. This creates tiny individual particles that create a ton of air pockets in the potatoes. If you don't have a potato ricer, I recommend getting a potato masher with holes like this to get a similar effect. The key is creating those individual particles rather than mashing it into a dense paste. And finally, the mixing method determines how fluffy your potatoes end up being. My most important tip is to not overmix it. Otherwise, the starch develops into a gluey paste-like texture. Start by adding butter and salt into the bowl, then gently fold it together. The butter coats the starch and prevents it from clumping together. And because we bake them instead of boiling them, these potatoes can absorb the moisture from the butter and the cream we're gonna add. Fold just until incorporated, then slowly add half a cup of warm, heavy cream while continuing to fold. And that's how you make the fluffiest mashed potatoes. The full recipe is in the description. If you end up making this, tag me and let me know because I want to see how they turn out for you. I'm Chef Tom and I make cooking simple.